So let's hear from them.
My name is Tara Ezekweleme. The man standing by my side is my husband. That is me on the screen. That's the wise man that gave prophecy to me. He said disappointment, 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 and it's true. I've been having challenges with my husband, and I have been living as if I am not me because he doesn't want me to do anything, just to sit at home there. I have so many things that I want to do, I share with him, and it doesn't comfort me. It doesn't even give me the time to talk. He's the man. I have to take instructions from him and everything. It all started when I finished my diploma. After my diploma, we are asked to go back home to work for 1 year, which one of my in-laws looked for a job for me and said I should come and work in an insurance company. When I came back, I told my husband, and he was like, you are not working, I'm taking care of you, and that ends there. I was like, okay, I'm not the working type. After that year, they called us back to school, which I further. 2002, I have the vision of starting an NGO, and I discussed with him. I started my researching about what I want to do. And it's like, when I tell him, I want to do this, it's, you can't do that, don't mention this in my house, you can't just do that. And I was like, what do you want me to do, to sit at home doing nothing? And he's like, you cannot do that.
Okay, what are you saying, my sister, now? What is the problem?
Anytime I ask him that I want to do something, he's like, maybe I want to do business, and he'll tell me that the business will not succeed, and that is that. And when he gives me money to do what I want to do, and at the end of the day, the business doesn't succeed. He just wants me to be at home, they're making babies, that's all he just wants me to do. And I don't want to end my life that. I know I have a career, I know where I'm coming from, and I know where I'm going. I just want him as my husband to encourage me, to push me a little bit further, and he's not doing that. I'm fed up, I'm tired.
Wise men say disappointment, disappointment. Okay? The wise man is saying this marriage collapsed again. That is the vision from God. And now we want to know why the marriage is collapsing. Uncle?
Praise the Lord. My name is Mr. Ike Ezekweleme from Anambra State. The woman beside me is my lovely wife. When she entered the university, I take care of the university. I paid for all the bill and make her to graduate. So when she comes out, she has my first baby. He started saying that you work. I say, who do you going to leave this baby with? Are you going to take this baby to the working place, or maybe you should sit home first? These children are still small. Take care of them. Hence, I can provide for you people. Later, we find what you do. When the baby is 7 years, I open a shop for her. But later on, she told me that the shop is not moving fine, that she want to travel to Dubai to get. I said, no, how can we be traveling? I'm traveling, you are traveling. Who will be taking care of these children? So later on, he said, okay, she want to be selling gold. I said, no, the environment I'm living is not where you will say gold. You want them to kill me, and I don't want to die younger. Who will take care of my children? So now, anytime I have problem with her, she will now pack her things and go and tell me that marriage is not end of the world. I say, what kind of language is this? I say, well, I started looking at the back, the family background. I say, well, this thing is what my father-in-law and my mother-in-law is going through. For many years now, they are not living together. My mother-in-law is living separate. The father is living separate. I began to fight for my family so that this thing will not continue. If it continue, maybe by my old age, I will suffer for it. Now I'm the mother in the house. I cook for my children. I take my children to school. My wife always get out in the morning, 6:30, 7 o'clock, come back 8 o'clock. If I ask her, she won't tell me where she's from. Already, he started quarreling with me.
So he used to go out without telling you?
Yes, sir.
And you are the one cooking?
Yes, and my boys. I do wash her clothes. Even my boys wash clothes, both my baby clothes.
For her?
Yes. So I find out the mess is getting too much for me. So that's why anytime she talk, I started looking her with my opening eye, whether there's anything happen wrong.
You have listened to the man. He said, ever since he married the wife, that he has been facing a lot of challenges with the wife, that the wife wants to start a business that will take her to Dubai, and whereas he himself is traveling, the wife will be traveling, there's no one to take care of the children. And he said of late, he discovered that the wife will leave home in the morning by 6 and come back by 8 p.m. He will be the one taking care of the children, cooking for them, watching their clothes, watching the children's clothes. And he said when this persisted, he said he began to open his eyes to observe if there is something else happening with the wife.
Last year, I sent her 3 different countries to go and witness what is going on. She went to Egypt, she went to Paris, and she went to United States of America. I paid the whole bills.
Is he smiling or crying? He's crying. Okay, you talk.
It's too painful. The man is trying for the woman. That's why I'm angry.
Because your husband could not do that for you, or what?
It's not like that, sir. The woman is acting as if the man is suffering her or the man is depriving her of a lot of things. Initially, when she was talking, I thought maybe the man has ulterior motive and was treating her somehow. But when I learned this one now, I felt this is too much. So many women, they are not expressing what this man is doing for her. She's not appreciating the man.
Okay, what advice do you want to give?
Initially, when the wise man was trying to tell her her problem, she was like trying to shy away from it and make the wise man look as if he doesn't know what he's saying. Whereas, thank God for the Spirit of God. What I'm trying to say is that our women, we should try and be contented with what our husband can provide for us.
I'm very happy to hear this from you. But if you should hear now 1 minute address from the woman, you may likely change your confession.
I will not change my confession because she is a woman and she should be the home builder, not the man.
Man of God, it's a sad story to hear my fellow lady. Here I am. I'm 46 years. Next month I'll be 47. I've never been married before, and I'm looking for a husband. If it's...
Don't worry, Jesus will provide for you.
God, thank you, man of God. Thank you, son of David, for your prophecy. Thank you.
What
David.
are you saying now about our sister?
My sister, take care of that man. Please take care of that man.
On behalf of women all seated here in synagogue today, we want to beg that man, because you have really hurt that guy. You have children. He is taking care of them for you. And he has sent you to United States of America. There are people that are seated here with their passports just for them to get visa. You've gone to France. What do you want to go and do in Dubai?
I'm not trying to raise opposition. Rather, anything that has to do with women, I only want to hear their suggestion. Let us hear from you.
So I do also believe that a woman is the home builder, as the other lady said. Especially when your children are small, those are the years that the child needs to be formed, where the foundation is built, where the child needs to learn principles which only the mother can do. God built a mother to do those kinds of things. She is the love giver to the child when the child is small. Thank you.
Hallelujah. Can we just hear from her?
I don't know what that other sister said, but the truth is that I am happy that I'm married, but I'm not happy because what I want to do in life, I can't do it. My husband is 95% of the man and the wife in the house, I have no say in my house. He does everything. He monitors me. When I go to the market, he asks me, how do I buy this? I give calculation. I'm a woman, I have feelings. There is nothing he wants to do, it tells me. He does everything himself and by himself. I have nothing as I am. It's not just traveling abroad. I have nothing to my name. I know where I'm coming from and I know where I'm going. We women, we are different. We have our own different character, how we want to build our own. I just want my husband to push me along. I have so many talents in me that is wasting. My phone is there. I can bring my phone. You see how much I have in my bank account. My mother is outside at the gallery. I don't know if she's still around. She will testify to that.
Praise the Lord. My sister, if I may take you back, what the wise man, the prophecy he gave, he said, you have disappointment before you have this man.
Yes.
You have an encounter with man before, but the marriage did not work out.
Yes, man of God.
I think what is happening now is that the Spirit of God has to come into their matter, because this man has no peace. It's like knowledge is equal. For a marriage to hold, it's either husband is deeper in wisdom and knowledge, and the wife is deep, or the wife is deeper and the husband is deep. They can still continue to live. But if two of them are deeper, equal wisdom and understanding, unless the deliverance coming, they will not have peace in the house. I want the whole world to listen to this. For husband and wife to live together, is it that the wife is deeper and the husband is deep? Yes. That is where people outside will be saying, hey, is it the one controlling the house? Okay, it's better let's go to the wife, or if not, we will not get that thing done. But the marriage will continue. As time goes on, the wife will understand that this is the head of the house. Or the husband is deeper and the wife is deep. They will continue to live. That is, okay? This is how we will do it. If the wife says, no, okay, go and do your own. As the time is trying to do it, he will still do it the same way. When time comes, he will now regard the husband that this is wisdom. I must listen to him. Yes, the marriage will hold. But if two of them are deeper in wisdom, in understanding, that quality we talk about that make future, wisdom, this is what always happens in the house. There is not anybody can do about it. This is why when before we get married, the deliverance must come. When we are not delivered and we get married and we got to know this, crisis started. What I mean by deeper and deep, quality to live, life essential, wisdom and understanding. So this is what is happening in this house. There's nothing and nothing we can do about it than to deliver them and bring them to understanding. Deliverance means we call God to regulate that wisdom. Do you know what I mean by regulate wisdom? We say, God, this current is bright and this one is bright. The same. Now, can you make this one a bit and this one remain? This is justice. So I'm going to meet them and everything will be settled. My sister. My brother, don't worry, everything will be all right. And we meet. We come back to give testimony. The biggest problem marriage is facing now is when husband and wife are equal in wisdom and knowledge, there is bound to be trouble in the house. I told you that the God will use me to regulate their quality, have you? It has been regulated. They can live together now.
Emmanuel. Emmanuel. My name is Tara Ezekweleme. The man standing beside me is my husband. Before the prophecy, I decided, I was talking to God there. I said, God, if you do not intervene on Wednesday, I'm going to go because I can't bear it anymore. But I thank God for that prophecy, and I believe my past is over. Since then, we have been living peacefully. We understand ourselves. We communicate fine. Sometimes there's something I don't want to do. You will say, no, do it, do it, do it. I was like, is this my husband? He's very, very fantastic. I love him for that. Before them, the man of God appeared to me in my dream. After the prophecy last week, he came, he was in my living room, and he said, remove the ring you have in your hand and the bangles you have in your hand. I told him, man of God, I don't have any bangles or ring in my hand, though. He now straightened his hand towards my left hand and says, look at it. And I said, Jesus. I removed the ring and the bangles, and I did not see the man of God again.
How do you look at the old man since that?
I look at him as my husband. I won't have another dream when the man of God appeared and said, for I have not come to judge, but I have come to make peace. Then he looked at me and said, I should forgive my husband, and look at my husband and said, my husband should forgive me. That there is no perfect human being on earth. The only perfect human being is Jesus Christ. That we should learn to understand ourselves, and we have a bright future ahead of us. Then he turned to my husband and said he should let go of his possessiveness, that we are going to live happily, that we'll just try to understand ourselves. That if I should leave, that the one that will come will be my opposite. That turned and looked me again and said, have I forgiven my husband? I said, yes, man of God, I've forgiven my husband. Then he turned to my husband and said, has he forgiven me? He now said, yes, that he has forgiven me. Then I wanted to talk to him. I did not see him again. And ever since then, we have been living happily. I must say, I just get married now because unlike before, it's not like that. I don't even have time to talk to him because he's always busy. I always stay on my own at home. But together, we are happy now. Emmanuel.
Vous avez écouté le témoignage de ce couple qui est venu ici la fois dernière. Il y avait des troubles, des désaccords dans leur foyer. Et l'homme de Dieu a dit qu'il va prier à ce que Dieu puisse établir de l'ordre. Et actuellement, la femme confirme que tout va bien et il y a la paix, l'unité et l'harmonie dans le foyer.
Wow. You have listened to that? Can we hear just a word from the husband?
Emmanuel, praise the Lord. I am very happy for this August occasion. My name is Mr. Ike Ezekweleme from Anambra State. The person beside me is my lovely wife. I thank the man of God for the opportunity that he has given me to make my marriage be stick today. Because I've never witnessed this kind of thing before in my life. I find out that when I got into the marriage is without foundation. But today, there is a foundation stone in my marriage. Since then, we have been living fine. There's no problem. We are discussed fine. We talk fine. Because what I have learned from man of God is the light knowledge of God settle peace. And since then, there's peace in my home. Praise the Lord.
Clap for Jesus.